Hi there, beloved beings. We're going to look at reversing mass psychosis. Where did it begin? Where did all this in our free will, free choice universe, where did we decide to choose fear over love, right? So this mass psychosis that is going on is all based on our fear addiction. Fear addiction, that's exactly what it is. Any other addiction is just a symptom of the fear addiction. Let's take alcoholism, for example, right? It's avoiding the situation because it's fearful. You know, in fear, there's fight, flight, or freeze. So any of these addictions are kind of flight, right? Fight, and then we have a symptom of addiction where we want to fight against the control that others want to put on us. It's like a we and they duality fear game that's going on. And those who want to control are the most fearful, are the most deeply drenched in this fear addiction. So we need to look at making the change from the most easiest place first, those who are aware of the choice of love and fear. And then we need to become very diligent and very good at mastering our choices of love over fear. That means we've got to open up and see all the subtle ways that we have been choosing fear over love. And this is a deep, deep mass psychosis that has been going on for quite a while on this Earth planet. Humanity is waking up to the realization of this mass psychosis of fear addiction. And the waking up is uncomfortable, but it's the first step in realizing I have this addiction. And it's, even though it's a mass addiction, I'm part of it. And when we recognize that we are really so steeped in this addiction that we're powerless over it. It's just been so much a part of our lives and so much our habit to do everything out of fear. I mean, even, trying to get a meal, it's been like, oh, I have to get a job so that I can get food and that I can eat. And it's been fear-based instead of love-based, which would look like this. Wow, what pleasure can I expand by eating a delicious meal? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in this system where you have to have money to buy food and stuff. Okay, so be it. But I'm going after the pleasure of it, right? I'm going after really appreciating this physical body, this physical world, and doing what I need to do, whether it is picking berries or sitting at a desk for a while so someone will pay me some money so I can go to the grocery store and buy those berries. Whatever it is, it's not the things we do, it's the basic attitude, the basic motivation for doing those things. So this is a clue, a big clue, for you to look at what is my motivation here for doing what I want to do. And if it's fear-based, like, oh, there won't be enough, or, I could get sick, or whatever it is, then you're in your fear addiction. And try to look at the love thing, oh, I want to feel vibrant and healthy. That's why I do this. And whatever steps it takes, it doesn't matter. It's the same action. It's just the different energy. So while we're in this mass psychosis of fear addiction, not only do we have to recognize that it's so ingrained in us that we're powerless over it, we then need to look at there is a higher power. I mean, look at nature. Nature has continued to do her thing, to have her seasons, to blossom flowers and fruits and all sorts of things. Nature has continued because I think nature has never forgotten who she is. Mother Earth has not forgotten who she is. She continues to be the channel of divine will, of divine love, allowing for the love, allowing the sunshine, allowing. And we do this in some ways because it's our nature. I mean, it's our normal, it's our original nature to accept love and to bring in the joy and the pleasures of this life. It is our nature, but we have been allowing ourselves to be retrained through a program of fear. And just like, you get your first drug and you get addicted to it, right? You get your first drink and then you get addicted to it. We've been addicted to fear. There is an adrenaline rush with fear. And we may feel like, wow, this is something, overcoming the fear, being a hero, fighting the fight. And I mean, even our video games are a little bit like that, right? But we don't want to be controlled by anything, not by an addiction. So find our pleasure, play with, the game of fear, if you like, but avoid the addiction. So when we recognize that we are so addicted, so stuck in this, that we have no power to really release it ourselves, and that there is a higher power, and it's evident everywhere through nature, then we let ourselves go, stop trying to fight the fear ourselves, but to really open up more and more deeper communication through prayer, through meditation, through walks in the woods, through whatever means to that source. Deepen your conscious communication to the source of love, the source of life, the source of divine, really our original natural home, our natural connection. So that does mean turn off those TV shows, turn off those video games, turn off the news, right? Anything that is feeding your fear addiction. Let it remind you, oh yes, this is where I need to really connect more deeply to the divine, to love, to pleasure, to joy, to fulfillment, to compassion, to beauty, and love the physical around you, starting with your body. Give it nice water to hydrate it. Put on beautiful jewelry or just lotions, and take care of this physical body that you have. And then enjoy the plants around you, the people around you, the animals around you. We need to constantly be seeking from our hearts a communion, a communication with the divine. Constantly be seeking in your heart to connect with the source of love and life. That's where our power is. That's where our true home is. That's where our true selves lie. That's our true nature. And always recognize that we are fear addicts. And as we see our behaviors, the consequences of our choices, recognize that these faux pas, our lessons, learn the lessons, make amends, and constantly do this to where you are free of the addiction, with a humility that that addiction can easily catch you up anytime, as free as you think you are. So with awareness and consciousness, look at where fear is driving my thoughts, my actions, my behaviors, and then ask Divine to help you release those fears, that you may once again be filled with your natural quality of love given to you by Source. And we do that repeatedly, consciously, ongoingly, even in this moment, as you are watching this video. Feel in. Are you feeling peaceful and calm and joyful and blissful? And if you're not, then there are elements of fear there. Just ask to be able to see these elements of fear. Ask that you get the power, the support to release these fears. And it's your choice and it's your doing. It's your life, completely yours. You can't blame anybody else. You make the choices of living your life with love or fear. And I know it's tough being in this mass psychosis where it's all around us. It's like an alcoholic who is raised in a liquor store. It takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength and determination. But that divine power is there, not only around you, above you, but within you. And all of us need to work at overcoming this fear addiction, especially those who have worked a lot in spirituality. We have done a lot of the work to be able to release the fears as we invite more and more love in, as we accept more and more love, more and more enlightenment. So we do it, and in our beingness of living our lives through love instead of fear, others will see it, be inspired, and we make space for them to go through their own journey of releasing the fear addiction into love, into a life of love and joy and bliss and harmony and peace. And then it just expands more and more from there. So first step, recognize the fear addiction and recognize you don't have control over releasing it without the higher power. And focus just on deeper and deeper connection with that higher power, with that source of love and life, so that you may experience love and life more. And eventually, we'll be in our peace and joy world. Go forth in this day with blessing.